self-trust. Aloha, 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 beautiful soul. Welcome at Monday Me. If there's anything I would like you to take away from these YouTube videos, is that there are ways for you to build self-trust, to rely on yourself, to have confidence, regardless of all the things that are happening in your head. And I know how hard it is to believe in the immensity, the greatness that you are, when your head is full of fears, of all these deviational tricks that it has all the time. And as I know what I am going through, I also feel like helping other people to make it easier for them. And there's this one beautiful exercise that can help you to start rely on yourself. What we have learned in the outer world is that we have to occupy ourselves with the outer world, that the other person is more important than you. That it was important to react in a certain way towards your parents or your grandparents or the people raising you or your teachers or your school fellows or maybe even a church. It was necessary to learn to act in a certain way to get their attention, which brought you further and further away from yourself. And my invitation is to go back to yourself. And I understand very well that's a process. It's not from one day to the other. But when you allow yourself to go on that path, you will start seeing the beauty that you are that no one else was ready to see. I know for me, I was so afraid to blind people with my light. As a young girl, I'm talking about baby age, even before I could stand. I'm already aware of those, I was aware of the fact that it was necessary to cover up my light so I would not blind them. So I would not make them realize that the path they had taken was very far away from themselves. And now I see it as my job to help people to go back to their own path and to build up a certain confidence, but even better, a certain trust toward themselves. Because with that trust towards yourself, the outside world, anything can happen, but you know you will follow through. But when you are in this phase where you're listening to your fears, you're not following through. It's so easy, your head makes it so easy to be distracted, to go and find another shiny object, as they would say nowadays. And it's demoralizing. And it's not helping you to build up a certain level of, I'm good enough. I trust I will make the right decisions. Doesn't have to be that you're boasting with confidence, but just have a little bit. So this exercise that I have for you, although it's Monday Me, it's not an exercise time, but still I'm going to give you an exercise. It will help you when you continuously take the time to build that house, that foundation for yourself. then at some point you will see in the outside world things are going to change, because your inside world is changing. And the exercise is not difficult. And the exercise is not dependent on what you do. The exercise stands and falls with you prioritizing that time frame for yourself every day. So it doesn't matter what you do in that time frame. If you do meditation, or if you do a walk, if you are an extrovert person, maybe you feel like being with other people. If you are introvert like me, you feel like being alone. Doesn't matter what it is that you do. Me, I love cutting vegetables, but I don't love cooking. So for me, cutting vegetables is something that relaxes me. It brings me joy. So find what it is that brings you joy, and then pick a time frame for every day in which you are going to do that. This may mean that you have to get up half an hour earlier. It may mean that you will have 30 minutes less television time. It may mean that during work you're going out for a walk at lunchtime, no matter how other people react to it. It may mean you have to do something that is out of your comfort zone. But with you starting to prioritize that moment, and it can be 5 minutes, it can be a full hour. Maybe you feel like in the weekend blocking more time, and during the week, it is very easy to be distracted, so you take a little time. Find your way. But with you blocking that time and prioritizing that time for yourself, and have no one negotiate about that time frame. It's non-negotiable, no matter what happens in the outside world. Whether it is your partner that needs some help, or your kids that are asking for some attention, or your boss that wants you to work late, or whatever happens in the outside world. If you have booked a time frame, then that is the time frame in which you are going to take care of you. And if that means that taking care of you is sitting there with all this disgrace that you are feeling inside because, oh my God, I said no to other people, then that is what you do. It is so very important that you start connecting with who it is that you really are. And this is a simple exercise to get on that path. The road may be bumpy, but I am 100% sure you are ready for it. Take good care and reach out whenever there are difficulties coming along. Reach out and ask some advice to me or to other people. Reach out and tell me what you have done. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me how this exercise is like changing your life. Bye-bye, sweet soul. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, beautiful soul. If there's anything I want you to take from these videos, then it is the permission for you to shine your light. It's the most important thing. So go ahead, shine your light. I love you. Bye-bye.